Venom Let There Be Carnage will be with us soon, but before we get to see it for ourselves, critics will get to see it and talk about it. Unfortunately, they don't get to talk about it anytime soon, because the review embargo literally lifts when the film opens overseas, which is causing some worry and confusion among fans. Let's go over why and ultimately why I don't think any of this worry or confusion even matters anymore. So when it comes to review embargoes, this is one of those tough things to deal with, because it could go either way for any specific reason, or depending on how the studio feels about the film, it could be because the film is really good and they want everybody to get the reviews at once and hear the praise and then just rush out to see it that opening weekend. Or of course it can be for the exact opposite reason, where it's bad and you hold the reviews back because you're like, I don't want people knowing that this is bad. This applies to video games as well. Many times you see publishers literally ship the game out on release date and reviewers are like, well, we didn't get it, so don't buy it. And then chances are, and many of times you do, you see that the game had tons of problems, missing day one patch, and so many other problems. Cyberpunk 2077, for example. So this could go either way. With Venom, though, I think Sony is just honestly playing it carefully, because in the times we're in, they want all the money, every dollar they can get. Let's be real. And if that means holding back a review, even if the film is good, then do it, because they don't genuinely know how the mass audience is going to respond, or the critics. And if you look at the first film, it wasn't the best or most well-received Marvel film in recent years, but it made a lot at box office. So ultimately, that's what mattered to them. When it comes to this one, they're not really sure. Maybe some people are apprehensive and didn't like the first one, and they'll hear that the second one is bad, and they're like, oh, I'm not going to it. Or maybe the opposite will happen, but Sony doesn't know what to expect, so they're holding it back. And honestly, I don't care. I'm not worried about anything. I'm super hyped to see the film. I think I know exactly what I'm getting from it. Reading some of the early impressions, it seems to line up with exactly what I wanted from the film, and nothing more and nothing less, which I think is exactly what it needs to be. Now that could be worrisome, because if you're like me going, I just want a trashy good time, a film where I can shut off my brain and just enjoy it. It sounds like that's what this is. But critics, quite clearly, the highbrow cinema critics will hate it. So Sony's probably trying to get those people to not see it and put out their score where they're like, this isn't highbrow, this isn't Chris and Nolan's films, which they always do. But this is what it is. It's Venom versus Carnage. So you should know what you're expecting to get and get exactly what you expect.